God is a God who uses blessing very much. Blessing is a tremendous theme in the Bible, if you look at it. The very first time the word blessing occurs is in chapter 1 of Genesis, where you find that God made the fish of the sea and the birds of the air. And as soon as he got through making the fish and the birds, he blesses them. I think it's verse 21 and 22. He blessed them, it says. And then it says how he blessed them. He blessed them saying, be fruitful, multiply, and fill the sea, he said to the fish, and fill the air, he said to the birds. So there, in the first occurrence of the word blessing, you find a lot about blessing. One great truth about blessing is released by speaking. And it's very powerful. God who created, see, before that, those 20 verses there in first chapter, all of the other verses there, most of the verses except the first two, are having to do with God spoke and it came to pass. God said and it was so. These two lines come one after the other again and again and again about half a dozen times. God said, let there be light. God said, let there be firmament. God said, let there be herbs and fruit-yielding trees and so on. God said, let there be sun, moon, and the stars. God said. And every time God said something, it is followed by, it was so. And then it is followed by, it is good. And it was good. These three lines come again and again. It's very important in the first chapter. That's the message. Those three things are the message from the first chapter. God said, and it was so, and it was good. So whatever he said came to pass. And whatever came to pass by his speaking was good. Now, God is speaking. Now God is speaking, saying, be fruitful, multiply, and replenish. And that is why the sea, as the fish replenished there, sea is filled with fish and the air is filled with birds. And then later on he blesses man. He says the same thing basically, be fruitful, multiply, and replenish. And then adds two more, which shows the difference between man and animals. That is, subdue and dominate. Man is given two very different capabilities. That is to subdue and dominate over all the rest of the creation. But look at how blessing is released. Blessing is released by speaking. And this is a very tremendous truth. Do you know that you and I can release blessing through speaking? You can speak blessings and it will be so, because you and I are made in the image and likeness of God. It's an amazing truth. A lot of people don't realize that. You and I are made in the image and likeness of God. It's unbelievable. People find it incredible that God has given such status to man, that man can speak and it will be so. That is why Jesus said, whosoever shall say unto this mountain, be thou removed and be thou cast into the sea, and shall not doubt in his heart, but believes that those things that he says will come to pass, he shall have whatever he says. Hello? I've preached it so many times. He shall have whatever he says. He's talking about any man. Whosoever shall speak to the mountain, he shall have whatever he says. That principle still holds. God has put such power in man. As a human being is made in the image and likeness of God. In many ways, man is like God. And one of the ways that man is like God is that man creates his world, his life, and orders his life, brings to order everything in his life through the words of his mouth. The words of man carry such power.